Hello, hello. Let me test the mic first before we proceed. Okay. Yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So, uh, I'm waiting for you to join so that we can start. Okay. And the question is, why is Mark Zuckerberg richer than the greatest investor of all time? Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, Warren Buffett. The man who started by, I think he invested all his life earning at the age, was it of 13? He invested it all in buying three gas shares. Three shares. And I know people that have already bought like 8 cash chat shares, and that's all they did. You remember in 2023 when I told you, you people that are working, that if you can buy just one share, if that's all you can buy in cash chat, you've made the greatest achievement of all time. You remember when I told you that? Now, the greatest investor of all time, the number 5 richest person in the world, Warren Buffett, started his investment career as a kid, and he first invested, he bought 3 shares in a gas company. That's all he did. And I think the amount of money that he spent was something like 100 and what? I need to get those facts here ready. Mm, uh, how? Let me get those facts. How? He was so young. Meanwhile, keep sharing the life. Keep sharing the life. And then as also you come up with your own reason. Okay. Okay, now this is the story of Mark Zuckerberg. They say at age 6, Buffett bought 6 packs of Coca-Cola from his grandfather's grocery store for 25 cents and sold each bottle for 5 cents, making a small profit. At age 11, he bought his first stock, City Service Preferred, at $38 per share. Yeah, 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 you people. Hmm? You remember those shares, those cash shares, when they were being sold at $37.5 per share? You remember, you people that were following me back then. Remember at that time, each cash chat share, the Class B share, was being sold at $37.5 per share. So here they're telling us the story of Warren Buffett, how it started. They say that at age 11, he bought his first stock, okay? And that stock was at $38 per share, okay? Then, after buying the stock, that stock dropped. You know the type of stock that he bought, it was a listed stock. So those listed stocks, they go up, they go down. Okay, so he bought it and then it fell. Now, the difference between this stock and then the stocks that people bought in cash chat, because people bought many of them. I know guys like AJ from German bought shares, Patricia from Sweden bought, I know Chanel bought shares also from Sweden. I know people from the UK. There's one that bought 403 shares. I know people from uh, the United Arab Emirates, people from Dubai, they bought those shares. Now, unlike those shares, the type of share that Mark Zuckerberg bought, I mean, Warren Buffett bought, it was the listed kind. So sometimes they go up and they go down. But now the ones which I was telling you to buy are like tied to the company's valuation. And at startup level, the company is on an ascending trajectory. So the share he bought at $38, it dropped to 27. That's the value. And then from $27, then it shoot back to $40, and then he sold it. So he sold it, making a profit of 30 of $2 from that share. And now this platform, which has been released, the cash chat exchange platform, okay, even if shares, those ones are not going to grow, okay, but people will be able to sell them whenever they feel maybe they have made some profit, they can sell them, because with these shares, it's like the company is just accumulating value. Now, for those shares to be fluctuating, it will be when they have been publicly added on the public trade exchange platform. But right now, they are just internal community exchange platforms. So the value just keeps on going up. But if you buy your share at $30 and then it reaches at 45, you can sell it. Or if you buy it at 50 and then it rises in value to maybe 65, you need to sell it if you want. Okay. But now we are looking at the story of Warren Buffett. Okay, so they said when the value of the share rose to $40, he sold it, making a small profit. However, the stock later soared much higher, teaching him his first big lesson in patience. Now, you people that are quick at selling, eh, at selling, like now Peter Thiel, the founder of PayPal. When the founder of PayPal, when Facebook was starting in I think 2004. Okay, he was the first investor. He invested $500,000. That's 500,000 US dollars in Facebook. In and he received uh, 10.2% shares in Facebook. So in 2007, okay, in 2007, Microsoft went and bought 1.6 shares in Facebook and paid $240, pushing the company's valuation to $15 billion. Okay. Now, when the company went public, Peter Thiel made the mistake that Warren Buffett made when he was still age 11. Peter Thiel made the same mistake. He sold a lot of his Facebook shares. And today, the guy, the guy who was richer than Mark Zuckerberg in 2004, the one that invested in Facebook, $500,000, today is worth slightly over $18 billion. That's his net worth. Is worth slightly over 18 billion. And Mark Zuckerberg is now the second richest person with a net worth of $222.8 billion as of now, as I'm speaking to you. Okay, that's his net worth, $222.8 billion. Now, Peter Thiel, because he did not have the patience that this Warren Buffett is talking about here, he sold most of his Facebook shares. Today, he would be the second biggest shareholder because in Facebook, because he had 10.2 and now Mark Zuckerberg has about 13 point something. So Peter Thiel would be close. Now, with if he had maintained a large portion of his shares, by now I think it would be worth something like at least $180 billion. That's how it would be by now. Okay, but he also lacked patience. Okay, so here they are telling us that when Buffett learned his first lesson, when he sold his shares at $40 and the share kept on going up. So he learned a great lesson in patience. Now we got the next part. You say influence and then education. They say Benjamin Graham, a professor at Columbia Business School and the author of The Intelligent Investor, was Buffett's mentor. Graham taught the concept of value investing. You people, our teachers don't talk about investment. That's where we get the problem. That's why even now these shares that have been offered, many of you, you are not going to buy shares because your teachers never taught you that. They don't know it first of all. How will they tell you? Okay. So when Buffett had an advantage that he had a teacher that mentored him and taught him the importance of buying shares. They just tell you, study, do this, they pay well, this job pays well, go and become a doctor. A person has no interest in becoming a doctor at all. But because you're telling them they pay doctors well, the person will just go and do medicine just to get good pay. Okay. So Warren Buffett had an advantage that one of his teacher understood what they call shares, and they got that lesson early in life. So he knew nothing in value, nothing in value creation can be compared to shares. Okay, people talk of whatever you are doing. When we talk about shares, now you know. You don't know. That's the bad part. You don't know. Even if I'm speaking, I don't know if you perceive it. Okay, still you don't know. The first richest person in the world is in his position because of shares, Elon Musk. Now, the second richest person is in his position because of shares. The third richest person, Jeff Bezos, who owns 9% of Amazon. And that 9% is worth over $173 billion. Is in that position because of shares, and you don't have any single share attached to your name. You don't have any. Number four. Number four is Larry Ellison. He's in his position because of shares in Oracle. Not building, not houses, not lands, not plantations. They are in their position because of shares. Number five, Warren Buffett is in his position because of shares. And you don't have any share attached to your name. There's something terribly wrong about you. All these are rich. Number six, Larry Page. Larry Page is in his position because of shares in Alphabet. Not because of anything else, not because of his salary, okay, that job you're protecting, not because of his house. It's good you bought a house and you're contented, not because of his farm. It's good you're farming, you have all that, okay, but whatever you're doing there, that one is, there is a limitation. There is a limitation to how many animals you can take care of because those animals need to eat. Sometimes, if they become so many, you will fail to feed them. So, the kind of business you're doing does not scale. So, number six is not a farmer. He's in his position because of shares in Alphabet. Number seven, Sergey Brin is in his position because of shares in Alphabet. And you don't have any share attached to your name. Hey, you people. you people, you people, especially black people. Now I'm not talking about Africans, because this one it's not only the Africans. This includes the rich people in the US. You there, you were very rich when Gogo was starting. You were millionaires, many of you. Okay, you were millionaires during that time, and at that time, uh, there was a time when Gogo was for sale at $1 million. In $1 million, I think 1999, many of you blacks were celebrities and you had a lot of money on your account. Now, let me tell you that what happened back then, it has happened again today. Okay? And still, you have ignored the same opportunity that those that were rich back then ignored. Because right now, for you to own uh, 2%, 2%, is it? No, to own 1%, 1% in Cash Chat Limited is worth $500,000. How many of you have that money? 1% like this is worth $500,000, only 500K USD, half, just 1%. Right now, it is worth 500K USD. You have that money. I told you in 2007, Microsoft bought 1.6% in Facebook at $240 million. You people, wake up. Wake up, you're sleeping. Wake up. You are sleeping in the midst of the greatest opportunities of all time. No, 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 no. This is not any other opportunity. They are opportunities that we call rare opportunities. And they are opportunities that are repeatable. They can happen over and over again. Now, there are opportunities when they leave you, they will never come back. They will never come back because they only appear like once in a lifetime, in your lifetime. They will appear, but after you're gone. So this is one of those opportunities. It leaves you, you'll never find it at this level. So today, you have all the money, you are sleeping, you're waiting to make sure if this thing is real or not. And by the time you realize that it is real, I want you to compare these two people. One is Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel took the first risk and went and invested $500,000 in Facebook and he got 10.2% of the company. 3 years later, Microsoft, which did not respond in time at the time when Peter Thiel was buying, to come and buy, later came and bought 1.6 at $240 million. 3 years later. I'm telling you, in the next 2 years, I don't think even you'll be able to buy, except these community shares. You will not be able, because you cannot buy shares in a company where there are these big shots. What money are you giving them? What money are you giving them? They have a lot of money there. So you want to come and also buy shares in the company where those guys are. When they want to say who is selling and they want to buy, you're sleeping too much. Now it is open. It is open. You just go, you type in www.cashchat.se and you put in the number of shares that you want to buy. And then you can buy them. You can decide to buy every day, you can decide to buy every week, every month, as long as they are there. And they will be there because sometimes when they are all sold up, you can still create offers. And then those people that want to sell you, they will sell you. Okay. But you can start slowly by slowly, accumulating. You people, shares don't lie. I know a company which is 400 years, it's in Europe. There's a bank. It is 400 years old. 400 years old. A company. That means that company is older than the country they call the United States. It existed when there was nothing in this world called the US. Because the US is something like now over slightly over 200 years. Okay, slightly over 200 years, it could be 205. But this company is over 400 years. And the people that bought the first shares in those companies, their and grandchildren have lived on those shares until today. You people wake up. I'm awakening you. And if you want to wake up, you will wake up. Okay. So your teachers never tell you anything about shares. How will they tell you when they don't know? They themselves don't have any shares on their name. How would they understand the value? So Warren Buffett had an opportunity of being influenced by a knowledgeable teacher. Okay, and that's why he was able to be zealous in acquiring shares. Okay, so point number three, that was 1956. He started his own investment partnership with just $100. Now, the first time when he was at age 11, he bought just one shares. Testing. There are people that have one shares in Cash Chat. If you download board caches and you click on that, is it in the middle button which says board caches? You are going to see a number of people. Some of them have one shares. They bought one share at $50. Okay, they have one. Okay, but Warren Buffett bought his share at 38 $38. So now in 1956, now he starts, he goes serious. Okay, he sets up his first company, and the name of the company he set up was called Buffett Partnership Limited. Okay, so he had 100 of his own money and contributions from family and friends to start that company. Okay, so you people, you only contribute money when you are celebrating your birthdays. You contribute money when you're going for introductions. You contribute money when maybe somebody is going to marry. Those are the habits of the Africans. That I call it the curse of the Africans. Okay. You are zealous when you're spending towards unproductive issues. There you're zealous. You're zealous. That's why you're poor, even if you sit on the richest piece of the continent. But your habits cannot allow you. Your habits have put you in a situation where you are international beggars and lumpies. Okay, habits, just your habits. If somebody comes and say, I'm planning to start a business, okay, I need you to come, let's make a meeting. Nobody will show up. If somebody says, we are going for an introduction, now come, let's join the meeting, many of you will show up. And let me tell you, not just show up, but on the meeting, you will contribute extremely high. You will make all kind of contributions. Now, if those contributions were going to help the people that you're contributing them for, it would have some meaning. But after you've contributed, the chairperson of the meeting will make sure that every cent that has been contributed is utilized. Okay, if the money is too much, instead of saying no, let's take on the plan and reserve some money for the person marrying, they will opt for the most expensive um, presenters, the most expensive musicians that are going to be on the whatever. They will opt to buy expensive, uh, not just expensive, but a lot of other expendables, liabilities. Okay, they will not say no. Let's give them this money to start up. So that's why somebody leaves a home where is owing the tenant maybe 7 months. Person has 7 months of unpaid rent, and the person goes to be wedded or to be introduced. So they come back from the wedding or from the introduction and they find when they have been evicted. Why? Poor planning. You people, you're so disorganized. You're so disorganized, and you think sometimes you see I laugh. Your mind is set alone. You don't need anybody to colonize you. Your mindset is what has colonized you. Stop even blaming the West. How they colonized us, neo-colonialism. Your habits have been stuck in the past. They have refused to be reformed to the current challenges. You cannot continue living like people lived in the past. There is nobody who has colonized you. There's nobody who has colonized you. You refuse to be reformed. You despise opportunities extremely. You despise opportunities. How many opportunities have showed up and how many have you taken? I mean, good opportunities. You just know how to imitate inferior habits. You don't know how to choose right. Okay, you hold yourself in contempt, like you have an inferior perspective of yourself. You don't think that you also you can do great things. You don't even think that y- your fellow people can do things better than what others are doing. Just imagine, okay, you go, you buy imported clothes. When we have good tailors here, by the way, think about it. We have very good tailors here. I used to buy my uniform from those tailors here when I was in high school. And those, the pants they used to sew, they were high quality, extremely durable. And then you find people, they just go and buy imported stuff. So that inferiority affects you to the bones. That's why right now there is an opportunity and many of you are not going to participate in it. Do you know who's going to participate in it? Now I'm speaking this out of experience. Okay. People from Nigeria have bought shares. People from Germany have bought shares. People from the UK have bought shares. People from other European countries have bought shares. But how many have you bought? How much have you contributed? Because this is an opportunity which is slowly passing you by. Okay. It is an opportunity that you cannot stop because some things you don't have power to stop them because you don't know how they started. Okay, so some things you just have to embrace them and benefit from them. Okay, so your habits are terrible. This guy had only $100 and he was able to start a company called Buffett Partnership Limited in 1956 with contributions from friends and families. Like I told you, your friends and family only contribute to you when you're going to marry or when you're having a birthday. But if you have a business, nobody will contribute to you. Habits. Buffett's family was different. They respected the concept of business. So The first funding came from the family members. That was 1956. Okay, when he was setting up Buffett Partnership Limited. Okay, and then they say he used Graham's principles to find undervalued companies and grew the partnership's capacity rapidly. I need to read that book. I need to read that book, Graham's book. Yeah, I'm going to read it after. I'm going to find it and read it. Okay. Yeah. I want to know about this principle. So, but this is how his behavior has been. He has always gone for those companies where people don't expect any value. Okay. For example, if Warren Buffett, because now he's old, is not aggressive as he was, but Warren Buffett would have invested in Cash Chat Limited long time ago. But now he's old, and the people that are running this company don't have his whatever, his kind of uh, eyesight. But he would have invested in Cash Chat right now because it is extremely undervalued. You can't tell me that a company with over 1 million users, a company that has fintech innovations, that has digital advertising innovations, that have innovations in artificial intelligence and social media can be valued at only $50 million. That is the lowest valuation ever. Anybody can imagine. Okay, anybody can imagine. Because just imagine the company has an income stream from wallet transactions, it has income streams from AI subscriptions, it has income streams from digital advertisement. You know what digital advertisement is. It has two features which are so powerful. Number one is in the subscription. The subscription industry is a $1 trillion industry. The digital advertising industry is also a $1 trillion industry. So now, this company has two steps, one in the subscription industry, the other one in the digital advertising industry. So that is tapping into a 2 trillion annual revenue industry in all. 1.1 trillion in digital advertisement and 1 trillion in the subscription sector. So that's how this company is positioned. And they are telling you that its value is $50 million. That is insane. That is the lowest possible valuation ever. So, guys, this guy used Graham's principle to acquire undervalued companies. Okay, like now he would have now shares in Cash Chat if he was just as he was when he was still young, because he had that ability of seeing value when no people uh, could detect any value in something, then he could go on and buy it. So number four, in 1962 to 1965, Berkshire, they say, was a struggling textile company. Okay, between 62 and 65. Okay, so Buffett began buying shares because it was trading below its book value. Okay, they were struggling, so they started selling their shares, below the book value. This is what I mean. Right now, Cash Chat, its current valuation is $50 million, and they have a total of 600 shares on the share exchange platform being sold at $50 per share and then $30 for the Class C shares. Now, the valuation of the company is 50 million. Okay, but then if there are like some urgent needs, the company can decide to buy some shares below that valuation. That's what it. That's what this statement means, that he started buying back shares below the book value. Okay. So somebody can come and say, okay, me, I want to buy those shares at $10 each. Okay. And then they can get some shares, either 2%, 3%, 5%, whatever it could be. But that one happens when the company like is struggling financially and they need money, or they need to venture into something urgent. So they can decide to sell some share at a below book value. Okay, so that's what Buffett targeted in the beginning. Okay, during that time when Berkshire was struggling, so he bought Berkshire values, I mean shares at a value which was below the books. Okay, then eventually he took control of the company and used it as a holding company to acquire better businesses like insurance, utilities, and consumer goods, etc. So by buying shares, because this is how you acquire a company. Okay. Right now, right now, CashChat has a total of 35% being sold on their share exchange platform. So if one wise member on that platform start buying those shares one by one, buying but not selling, one by one, or two, two, or 10, 10, and you find out that that person has a total of maybe 20%, the person has bought 20% out of the 35, you may find out that that person has a lot of power in the company. So if the person has bought and has 20% shares in CashChat Limited, and maybe the founder has 8%, and then maybe others, maybe they have 7, 5, whatever. So you find out that at the end of the day, this person becomes the owner automatically because he's the biggest shareholder. That's how companies work. Okay. Somebody, if the person that has 20% has like 20% shares and others have less than him, that person has the highest say in the company and is the owner of the company. That's how Mark Zuckerberg owns Meta. He has the highest number of shares in Meta. That's how Jeff Bezos owns Amazon. He has 9% as a single person, which is the highest number of shares in Amazon. Okay, that's how Huang is so influential in NVIDIA. I think he owns 3.5% in NVIDIA, probably the highest holding in that company. Okay, so somebody does not need to found a company to be the owner. When it comes to companies, the person who owns the highest number of shares eventually owns the company. So that's how when Buffett came to own Berkshire and used it as a holding company. You get, okay? Yeah, so now the question is, why is Mark Zuckerberg richer than the greatest investor of all time, Mark Zuckerberg? Now, that's a question that I want to leave to you to respond. So, give us answers in the comment section. Why is the guy richer than the greatest investor of all time? Okay, here there are some people that have given some responses here. Hmm? Let me see what they are saying. Let me see. What are they saying? Uh, okay, it's here. It's tech versus traditional industries. Okay, Mark Zuckerberg is in tech, and Warren Buffett is in traditional industries. So the difference is that this guy is in tech and that guy was in traditional industries. There's a difference between tech and traditional industries. Like I told you people, you must have at least one share in a tech company. Let me tell you why it's so important. You see, unlike traditional industries, like now he first bought a textile industry and then he has bought industries in like consumables and all that. There's a difference. Okay. A person in tech industries have a highly scalable model. What do I mean? If you have an industry producing sugar, there is a limit to the amount of sugar that you can present if demand arises. For example, if somebody comes and says, I want 10,000 tons of sugar in 1 week, you may not be able to present them. Okay. But then if 500 million people subscribe to use a tech product, the owner of that tech product will serve all of them. And that's what happened. What Mark Zuckerberg did is he just bought more GPUs. So now Facebook is running extremely well. Um, WhatsApp is running excellent. Instagram is running excellent. He just got more GPUs. Okay, but he did not say no. We don't want more users because this is tech. Any number of users can come. Like now, CashChat is targeting a user base of 500 million people. Okay, now those 500 million people, if they come on the platform and they decide to start making transactions, you know what that means? That one means that if each transaction is charged $0.3, like it is going to be. So if 100,000 people make transactions on a daily basis, out of that, if 20% make transactions on a daily basis, it means that will be 100 million times zero point 0.3. They will be making $30 million every day. Now, that is why Mark Zuckerberg is able to super jump, and fall into the second position, and being the second richest person on the planet, even if the guy was just born recently. I think Mark Zuckerberg is just supposed to be a grandson of Warren Buffett, not a son, a grandson, okay, of Warren Buffett. So, a son, Warren Buffett is supposed to be to refer maybe to is supposed to refer to Mark Zuckerberg is supposed to refer to Warren Buffett's daughters as mom. You get, okay? But the guy is now the second richest. In 2003, he was less than $10,000 rich. Okay, and then 3 years later, the guy was a billionaire. That is technology. The guy was a billionaire. Let me tell you, I know people that have worked extremely hard since we were kids. Extremely hard. They have built buildings, done a lot of investments everywhere. But if you look at their net worth to date, it's not even $500 million. It's not even half 1 billion. They were rich when this guy was damn broke. They were rich. At the time when this guy was not even worth $10,000, these guys had were over $30 million. In 2004, we have a guy here in my country. It's called Sudio. During that year, in 2004 particularly, the guy received an income that was worth $20 million. That's the He received a huge amount from his investments, which was worth 20. He made $20 million in profit. That is 2004. That is the year when Peter Thiel got $500,000 and invested in Facebook and got 10.2%. We had somebody in Africa who made a profit of 20 million in 2004. Today, that person is net worth is 1.6 billion, is not even among the 500 richest people in the world, not even among the 700 richest people in the world. But he had the ability of not even just buying 10.2%, but he could have bought even 20% because he could afford to pay $2 million just to get 20%. At that time, the guy would have accepted. Okay. Now, these people that wait to see, let me first wait and see where it's going. Among those people that waited to see was a company called Yahoo. Yahoo waited to see where this thing is heading to. And to his surprise, when in 2000, uh, was it 2004 still? I think 2004, 2006. Okay, I don't remember the date. But when he woke up and went to and attempted to buy the company at $1 billion, it was not possible. Okay, it was too late. Okay, so if you are among those people that wait to first see things happen before you act, keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting, mm, mm, keep waiting. But mm, go and buy shares right now. Cash that shares are being sold right now. Okay, go and buy. Go and buy your shares. Go and buy your shares right now. Okay, go and buy your shares. Oh, sorry. I was speaking. You're not hearing what I was saying. Hmm. I was speaking, but you're not following up. Please go and buy shares. Okay? Go and buy shares. Go and buy shares. Go and buy shares. Secure unlisted shares for yourself. Mm, okay? Secure unlisted shares on your name. Okay? Please go and do it. 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 Okay? Go and do it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching. I think I'm waiting for people. If you have any question, please do ask. If you have any question, go ahead and then ask. But this is what you need to do. Let me first give you clear instructions. Uh, for you to buy cash chat unlisted shares, number one, you need to be a member. Okay, you must be a member of the cash chat community. And by becoming a member, they are going to give you your own membership ID. They will give you a membership ID. It's also referred to as sponsor code. So when you have that sponsor code, now you qualify to own equity in the company. And this is how you acquire your sponsor code. Okay, you go and you click on that button. You know, when you click on the trading platform or when you select the type of share that you want to buy, if you're not a member, they will ask you, they'll give you the option at the bottom which says sign up. So you need to first sign up to become a member. So when you click on the sign up part, a form is going to appear which you must complete and then submit to be approved to become a member. Okay, so after filling that form, they are going to give you your own sponsor code, which is also your membership ID. Now you need to go and pay your membership uh, fee. It's a one-time membership fee. You don't pay again. I paid my membership fee in 2017. I have never paid anything again. So the membership fee is $20. It's a one-time fee. Okay, and you see the button at the top which says pay subscription. Tap on that button and pay your subscription. Okay, yeah. And then once you've paid your subscription, now you can go ahead and log back in. You go back and you type cashchat.se. And now, this time when that page opens, you will go straight to buy because once you've logged in and you open the page and you click on the share platform, you just get direct entry. Okay, you don't have to log in again. But then if you have an account but you are logged out, when you reach on that login page where they ask you to log in, just enter the email that you used to create your cash chat account and the password that you created on that account creation form. Now, just enter that and click login. If you've forgotten the password that you used, there is an option at the bottom which says lost password. So click on that option. Click on that option which says lost password, and then they will send you a link in your email. That's why I told you it's very important to double check the email that you're using when you're registering, because that email is extremely important. So go and check in your email. You're going to find a link which will help you to create a new password. Now, the password that you must create has to be numbers only. You must choose 6 numbers and use them as your password. Okay, so after creating the password, now go back and log in with that password that you have created. You'll be given access straight on the platform and you can start securing shares. Many of you go and see people are already now buying. Now it is open. Anybody, all today, people are going to buy all day round, even tomorrow. People are going to buy. Okay, people are going to buy their shares because CashChat now has over 1 million members and now it is open to all. Okay, it is open to all members. So, members of CashChat, go and buy your shares now. Go and buy your shares because this is an opportunity that is like no other. So don't waste any time. Go and buy cash chat shares. Okay? Go and buy your shares because shares are trading. Okay? Shares are trading now. You go on cashchat.se, just type cashchat.se and click on the type of share that you want to buy. You'll see it in the image. So you click if you want Class B shares, those ones are being sold at $30, $50 per shares, and the Class C shares are being sold at $30. There is a total of 100,000 Class B shares and 500,000 Class C shares. So go and buy your equity. Okay? Go and buy your own equity. Go and buy your equity. So you people that created your account via Bold Cashiers, it is the same account. You don't need to create any other account. If you created your account in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, it is the same account. You don't need to create a new one. Just go and log in with your details, you'll get access. Okay? You will get direct access. So, bold cachers users, yeah, bold cachers users, just come and log in. This time, you're taking something extremely important. I'm telling you, never underestimate the potential of technology. Don't, because technology has the ability to solve multiple problems at the same time, and that's where the power is. That's where the power is. Right now, uh, Cash Chat, like I told you, it has two sections. Number one, it is the subscription. Number two is the digital advertisement. All these are trillion-dollar industries. Okay, so if you decide to just go into the subscription sections, you will make a lot of money. What do I mean by that? Many of you have seen people with many subscribers or many followers. Let me tell you what it means to have 1 million followers on CashChat. 1 million followers on CashChat is worth $12 million because the commission you get per subscriber is $12. Now multiply 12 by 1 million. Now I know people who have 7.5 million, 6.3, 11.3, 2.7 million followers. All of them no value. You have seen them on TikTok because I normally tell people those facts on TikTok. I think that's why even they are banning me because I'm telling them that you people, this influence you're having, if you don't use it, you're going to die poor. I keep telling them because if you have 1 million followers on on TikTok and there is nothing of value that you're selling to your audience, you're simply cursing yourself. I keep telling them that. So thank you guys. It has been a pleasure watching you. And since there are no questions, I think I'm going to end the live stream here. It was 1 hour and my time is up. So go and join this program. And please, when you're signing up, when you're filling that form, please take caution. Don't just do things anyhow. Use your real names. If you use fake names, you're simply punishing yourself. You're not punishing your neighbor. You're not punishing the owners of the platform. You're simply punishing yourself. When a time comes when they ask you to verify your identity, because that is an international requirement, okay? Know your client. So you have to fill the KYC form. What does that mean? It means the names that you use to create your account must be the same names on your ID or your driving license or your passport. It must be the same names. So if you just come and sign up anyhow using these funny TikTok names, this one is not TikTok. This account is so important, more important than even the passport you're holding. So if you can use fake names in your passport, then use fake names here. But if you can't, then don't even think about it. Make sure it is yours, and you can prove that these are your names when you're signing up. Okay, first they ask you for your first name and your last name, then they ask you for your email. Some of you people, poverty is really terrible. You people, poverty is bad. You know, it can deceive you that you're wise, that you're being smart, when you're actually digging your own pit. Imagine somebody taking their time. They fill the names, and then when they reach on the email, they just write uh, and stop at Gmail. They don't finish. Because if you write maybe Nakai at Gmail and you don't put .com, that email is wrong. That email is wrong. You're so lazy, careless. They call it careless. Carelessly, maybe useless. You're so useless. You act in a useless manner. Because if you can't write your email properly and finish it, and you just write and say, dot, and then you proceed, who's going to help you? So, guys, write your email properly and look at it and see if it is well written, because your email controls everything. So, after writing your email, then select your country, and then you can go ahead to write your phone number. Okay, write your phone number starting with your country code. Don't start with zero. Okay, instead of zero, write your country code. If you're from the UK, don't start with 07. Start with 447. That's how you write. 44 is your country code, and then the number. If you're from Denmark, start with 457. If you're from Sweden, start with 467 when you're writing your phone number. If you're from Germany, start with 497. Okay, when you're writing your phone number. If you're from Ethiopia, start with 2517. And if you're from South Africa, when you're writing your phone number, don't start with 07. Start with 277. And if you're from Ghana, start with 233 and then 7. Put all the numbers together, don't separate them. People in Nigeria, start with 2347. And if you're from Uganda, the country code for Uganda is 256. So when you're writing your phone number, don't start with 077. Start with 2567. Okay, that's how you write your phone number on any international platform. Okay, if you don't see the country flag, because some places they'll put the country flag. Now, when they put the country flag, that country flag represents your country code. But if you reach any form and there's no that country flag, When you're writing your phone number on any form of that nature, you must start with your country code, even if they have not told you. Just start with your country code. Put 2567 or 2547 if you're from Kenya. Just do that. You understand? Okay. So then the next step they ask you to put a sponsor code. Now, I'm going to give you a sponsor code for now, if there's nobody there to give you one. But if there's somebody there with a cash data account and that person gives you their sponsor code, definitely those people will get a reward immediately you activate your account. So I'm going to give you a sponsor code that you're going to use if you don't have any. Now, this is the sponsor code. Write 235301991. Okay. Use that sponsor code where they ask you for a sponsor code. Let me repeat the sponsor code. Write 23530191. Now, after writing the sponsor code, you are going to create your PIN code password, and that password must consist 6 numbers. So choose 6 numbers of your choice and use them as your password. Okay, so after writing the password and repeating the same password, you're going to accept the terms and the conditions and then hit the sign up button. So when you hit the sign up button, that page is not going to change. It's going to remain the way it is. Okay, but you'll see some notification at the top saying you've successfully created a cash chat account. Now scroll down at the bottom of the page. You're going to see some words in red, and they say if you already have an account, log in here. So click on that portion which says log in here. It's in red. When you click on it, they are going to take you to a login page. Now, on the login page, they ask you for your email and your password. Now, the password that they want is the PIN code that you created, not your email password. You must use the PIN code. So you write your email, and at the bottom, you write the PIN code, 6 numbers, and then you click on login. Now you're going to enter into your account. Now, this is what's going to happen. When you enter into your account, the second button on the menu, it says pay subscription. So click on that button and choose any available option for you to pay subscription and pay that $20 membership fee. It's a one-time fee. Pay it. And after paying it, now you are going to go back and type cashchat.se in your browser. And this time, when that page opens and you click on the trading platform, you're simply going to enter into the trading platform, and you can select the number of the type of share that you want to buy and go ahead and complete the payment. Now, this is what happens when you select a share to buy. Okay, they will show you the amount that you're supposed to pay. And when you click confirm, you must go in your wallet and go in transactions on the menu. There's a button which says transaction on the menu. So you click on transactions and you will see a pending request. They will show you the amount, and they will show you a sign of the thumb up and the thumb down. If you click thumb up, you will approve the payment. If you click thumb up, you will cancel the request. So when you click thumb up, then you're going to click confirm, and the shares are going to be purchased. So you are going to go in your feeds and you're going to see that the purchase has been completed. So when you click on my shares, you'll see how many shares you've bought and even their category. That's how it works. So people go and buy shares because right now the sale is officially open its own, go and own a piece of cash chat. You must have shares on your name. Okay. This is not crypto trading, you people. Don't mix these two. Listen, I'm telling you to do the things that have made you remember those seven richest people. I told you they are all in the lead because of what? Shares. And those shares are not the shares you're going to buy on the stock exchange. Those are not the shares that made them rich. The type of shares that made these people rich, they are the kind which are called unlisted shares. So if you wait for Kashta to go public and you buy shares, you'll be an average, a mediocre like any other. Okay. But right now is the time. This opportunity is rare. These people don't normally sell, and even right now, they're not selling it to anybody. That's why you have to be a member. That's why you have to first pay your membership fee. So even right now, the shares are not being sold to anybody because these kind of shares they are indoor. They are not sold to the public. So these are member within the house. So jump in now. Become a member right now. If you are not, rush and become a member right now. You people don't be distracted with all the nonsense that social media is flashing in your brain. Don't be mis- misplaced. Don't be misplaced, you people. You regret. I'm telling you. You regret. I think I have lost like 31 accounts on TikTok just for saying this information he has got me banned 30 over 31 times because now I have three accounts, no, four accounts. Two of them are suspended, and then the other two are now open. So account 35 and account 32 are now open right now. But others, no, account 5 and account 35, they are open. All the others have been banned on TikTok because of this information I'm giving you. Okay? So they say the information I'm giving you right now, it violates the TikTok community. Now, if you are spending a lot of your time in a community so useless like that, what is going to become of you? If a community has no space for this information I'm giving you, because what I'm giving you, this is top quality information that you can only maybe find on YouTube because YouTube is full with a lot of useful information. I'm telling you, I watch videos here and what they produce, no school can give it to you. I go here and I listen. People do a lot of good programs here. So this kind of program, you can only find it on YouTube. It's not allowed. It's not that people don't want to go and present it on TikTok. I've been there. I have presented it. I have been banned 31 times. If you want, I can show you all the accounts. Okay, go and type the word bold cashiers in TikTok, and you're going to see a big number of accounts if they can show them to you. All of them banned, banned, banned. Go and type bold cashiers, you're going to see so many. Why? Because this information I'm giving is not allowed, and we have a lot of Africans being wasted on that platform. So, what is going to become of us? What is going to become of us? Because if you are there and they allow us to come and speak to you, even if you're consuming all that junk, but this tiny information will awaken you to value. But if they broke us, with all determination, if they block us with all determination, that we should not share any form of value to you, it means they are preparing you for the worst. You people, what is happening right now, me, I can assure you, it is terrible. the next generation is in trouble. Look at what is happening right now. You don't think it is in vain that everybody is complaining about the government as if our governments are aliens. We are the governments of our countries, and somebody's talking about their governments about as if their governments, these people came from some sky somewhere. We are the ones. And even the people that complain, they're now part of the government and they're still complaining about the government. Do you know where this all comes from? It comes from that junk. That junk, these are like dirty seeds being planted in you. So you become violent from nowhere. You don't know why. Because if somebody comes and makes a stupid, lousy statement, TikTok is going to push it viral. So, which means this dirty code is going to be written in each and every one of you's mind. And instead of you taking responsibility to know, number one, for me to become rich, it is my responsibility. It is not the government. The government is not going to give me money. Okay. Now, this information which will teach you how to make money so that when they ask you to pay $1.5 million in tax, you will not feel it. You say, okay, you want me to pay 1.5 million every year. Hmm, but I make 600 million as a user acquisition manager. So if that's what you want me to pay and it is fixed, you see it as an advantage. Okay. But if all the time you spend on social media and online, there's nothing of value you're producing, you're going to cry because that's how you've positioned yourself. That's how you position yourself. So, guys, if you have ears to listen, listen, Africa. You are talking about African unity. It is not going to happen when you are so poor. You can't. If you can't take over your economies, you can never be united. You can never. Why? Because you're going to destroy one another. Okay? That poverty, they will pay you to destroy one another. So don't think that it's going to happen by you making a lot of noise. No, sit down and take responsibility. Come and own this platform. We have the numbers. Do you know how many people we have on social media? Right now, Africa is over 1.54 billion people. Look at the people leading TikTok. The person with the highest number of followers on TikTok is a Senegalese, is an African. Okay. Kabilema has one over 1.6, maybe no 163 million followers. Okay. Do you know how much content we create on social media? And do you know how much money advertisers pay every single year to have their products brought before viewers? Last year they paid $1,000 billion. This year they have paid $1,100 billion. That is 1.1 trillion. Okay. Now, how much money are you going to consume from that? TikTok is going to tell you, I give you a blue tick before you take a share. So, which means all the money they are making from your content, it's going in their pocket. And you, an idiot, you are simply happy because you're receiving views, you're seeing views and likes, and they tell you you're going viral. You are going viral. Is your pocket going viral? Is your pocket? Wake up. When you try to do something that brings money to you, they ban you. They ban you. So you're taking the views and they're taking the money. Now, Cash Chat is here for you. Wake up and start building your user base because that's where we start with. You start by building your following. And that has been happening since 2016. For the last 8 years, People are building their user base. These are the people that are going to be the cause of your revenue. Followers, followers. Get your followers one by one on Cash Chat. If you can get 100,000 followers, you're a millionaire in dollars. If you can get 1 million followers, you are worth $12 million. If you can get 160 million followers, like Kaby Lane, you are a billionaire. Ah, yes, mediocrity. Mediocrity is your problem, you people. And you know, it is sad that even people that are praying, they don't believe what they pray. It is sad because every person that has faith could be on Cash Chat right now. Every person that has some little faith could be on Cash Chat right now. But you pray, but you don't believe what you pray. So you go, they kick out the demons of poverty and everything. An opportunity like this comes, you can't see. You people pray that your eyes may be able to see, because that is your problem. You can't see. You're blind. You're blind. No, pray for wisdom. Pray for wisdom. Because even Jesus said it, he said, the children of this generation are wiser. The children of the wise of the world are wiser in that generation than the children of the kingdom. Every church would be here, every church member. But you pray for everything. You pray for marriage, you pray for houses, you pray for lands, you don't pray for wisdom. Wisdom is all you need, because right now with this opportunity, look at this opportunity. This is an opportunity where you don't need capital. All you need to know is, how do I get people to understand the value which is in this thing I'm selling? That's all. That's all you need to do. I have a product that I'm selling. Okay. Now, unlike other products, this is not a liability, because I am selling an opportunity whereby if somebody embraces this opportunity, they can make a substantial income. They can make a reasonable income on a daily basis. Now, how do I package this for people to understand? And if you get a strategy and you are able to make 20 sales on a daily basis anywhere in the world, not specifically in your location, but in any country, it means you'll be making a daily income of $240 without any investment. Okay, you don't need even any premises to be located anywhere. Because right now, as I'm holding this phone, I don't know what you use your phone for, but this is my shop. With my phone here, I have access to the entire world. Okay, I just open any platform that I want to go to. It can be YouTube, like I'm doing, it can be Facebook, like I've done, it can be TikTok, like I do, it can be X or any platform. So when I open, people from different countries come, and those people that are coming, because I have a product that I can sell to each one of them. Now I'm in business. So all I have to do is simply to sell, sell, sell. They call it a subscription business. I just sell subscription. And each subscription that I sell, I earn my $12. $12. Look at this. Make the comparison. If I create content and maybe I get 10,000 viewers, okay, I could get maybe $5 for every 10,000 views. Do you know what 10,000 means to me as a person selling subscription? It means $120,000 cash. No waiting, no whatever. So whatever you do, you have this passiveness. I want things to happen on their own. No, be engaged. Cause things to happen. Some things will not happen until you force them. You need to break some doors. Okay, break some barriers. Push forward. Push forward. Okay, you need to push forward. Very, very important. So, guys, I pushed an extra 25 minutes, but I think let me end here today. So, if you need a sponsor code, you're going to use 23530191. Okay, that's the one you're going to use when you're signing up. There are also apps like Bold Cashers is on Play Store. If you download Bold Cashers on Play Store, you can use. Let me first bring that Bold Casher up here and show you how it looks like. Okay, yeah, bold cachers looks like this. This is how bold cachers looks like. I don't know if I can make it clear here. Or too much light. Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know if you can see it, but I think the light is too much. Can you see bold cachers? Okay, so you can't. Okay, you can't. But Bold Cachers is on Play Store. You can download Bold Cachers, and then there's another app. It's called Cash Chat Bank. Now, Cash Chat Bank does not open on phones, all the phones. It opens on the latest phones. So if you download it and it refuses to open, it doesn't sometimes. Okay. Yeah. So the other one is Job City, and then Eurocell. So choose any. Eurocell is EURLSE Eurocell. So those are the apps that you can use. Okay, those are the apps that you can use and then to join. Okay, even when you're referring people, use bold cachers. It's easier to refer somebody when you're using bold cachers. Okay, so guys, thank you. I sign up and let's meet another time. Goodbye.